We have a German camp here, as we were talking about. It looks like most of the soldiers are away at the front line doing the fight. Now some firing going on. At the back of the battlefield. Not to learn to the Germans. These soldiers coming in are Royal Navy commandos. Now the commandos' job was to actually the reconnaissance the position, and these will be in contact with the Royal Navy, and there'll be heavy cruisers out in the channel. These are supported by regular Tommies, British soldiers. All sides working together, the Royal Navy, the regular infantry, and being directed by the officer in charge, and then moving into the the commandos there, the Germans, the field police, will take a hit, casualty. The green berets on. And we were talking about the French resistance earlier on. Now the French resistance job was to direct the soldiers and the infantry to where all the German positions are. Very, very brave people indeed. I've been quite successful actually pushing the light guards down, the police, pushing them back through the camp. And these Royal Commandos are quite heavily armed. They've got submachine guns, fully automatic weapons, and they've got some regular infantry supporting them on the right-hand side of the battlefield, and they're armed with their rifle. And the commando here, the Royal Navy Commando, will actually be wanting to get right into the German camp. And he's urging his men forward. Difficult time this is to make rules, checking the German casualties of course. And they're giving each other. Oh, they might have important papers on them. They're all members of the German police. So it'll be well worth searching the bodies to find out what's going on. The British Tommies covering the commandos. All-round defence, he's saying, because he doesn't know if the Germans will counter-attack. And even at this point in the war, the Germans still very highly motivated soldiers. They don't want to give up France around the fight. So the commandos are expecting trouble. The three commandos protecting the rear of the distinctive type of helmets, and these are airborne troops. And the most famous battle was the invasion of Crete, where they suffered well over 80% casualties, and after that Hitler did deploy them as ground, and that's what we see them here as now, as ground troops. Now Paull, which is the work troop, they look like they're second mortar. To actually mortar the position. Now this mortar is an 81mm mortar. It's classed as a heavy mortar, and that will be able to fire a shell about 2 kilometres. Fallschirmjäger moving in, and then being reinforced by regular German infantry. So the Germans taking the camp back. So the German camp ambushed by the Royal Navy Commandos. Taken back by the Fallschirmjäger, and now the camp has been reinforced by the regular German infantry with their classic Stahlhelm on. You can see the difference between the Fallschirmjäger helmets and the German infantry helmets. Fallschirmjäger helmets had no ear protection, because what they found is that you get caught on the parachute ropes, so they took that away and just had a round helmet. Made it a lot safer when they were parachuting down from the aircraft. So the German camp being reinforced, and the Germans setting up a heavy mortar more guns coming in from somewhere. The Germans are expecting to attack. Let's see where that gun is coming from. It's to the right of the battlefield. On the top there's some snipers. Paratroopers. We've heard some reports there are British paratroopers in the area. And we're looking at British paratroopers before, and there's smoke come down on the side of the battlefield there. It looks like there's going to be a counter-attack. Looks like there's British paratroopers moving in. And these maybe about 2 kilometres, 3 kilometres away, or by glider. On their mortar. Germans not giving up any ground in their camp, holding the paratroopers well. I'll tell you the paratroopers have been reinforced by American infantry as well. More paratroopers moving into the area. And what are they deploying? And that is the artillery piece. We looked at that before. That's the 38. Now it's holding the Germans back. Using smoke to disguise the movement of the infantry. Seeing the weapons that they're using, the 10 submachine gun. Para's very recognizable with their Denison smocks. Perfect camouflage for this sort of terrain. Taking heavy casualties in the centre of the battlefield. They're not going to give up any ground either. The Germans pressing home on one side. Counter-attack on the right side as well. It looks like hands up. The Germans taking prisoners and the Allies here. Looks like the paratroopers are taking a bit of a beating. The rest of the German infantry pour into the Allied position. And this is how it would have been in July 1944. Counter-attack from one side, counter-attack from the other side. And the prisoners being marched back. And they'll be taken back into Germany, of course. It looks like the Germans have got the upper hand on the battlefield at the moment. They've collected the prisoners and they'll be marched off. Now, always a difficult time for the Germans or Allies. You've won the battle here. A little skirmish, but you don't know where the next counter-attack is coming from, so a lot of the German infantry will be having a look around, checking everywhere. And it looks like another counter-attack from the back of the battlefield. And Americans from the back into the 82nd Airborne Troop, coming to rescue the British paratroopers. Took a bit of time. Now the German infantry are coming back the other way. And they're starting to use their mortar, the 81mm mortar. Germans using their camp to take cover. The American attack. You see how effective these mortar shells will be raining down onto the American position. Paull with their 222 on the right hand side. So the mortar position. Another mortar shell hits the position. Imagine how difficult it would be for infantry with these shells raining down on you. Now the Germans taking position at the back of the, well, here, on the right hand side, amongst the casualties of the British paratroopers. Fallschirmjägers pushing back. Now the Germans have taken position, dug themselves in. The Germans have been very successful so far, taking out the that attack by the paratroopers, being pushed by the American infantry from the 82nd Airborne. What they're going to do, they're going to push further into the German camp. Reaching the German mortar position. Americans armed with carbines, constant submachine guns. Very Germans return fire to the Americans. One of the Americans counter-attacking again. The third time the Germans are counter-attacked this position and retaking it without taking casualties all the time, of course, weakening their firepower. Explosions on the back of the battlefield. The force is going to be reused again. Germans counter-attacking yet again. The Americans. German officer shouting out his orders. Infantry pressing forward again through the American casualties. Okay, the German firepower's got the better of those Americans too. One casualties on the ground at the moment. Explosions on the back of the battlefield. So the Germans have taken out those Americans as well. Beaten back the paratrooper attack, they've beaten back the American airborne attack by the 82nd. The officer in the middle of there is a German having a look around, checking everything's in order. Certainly protected the fuel at the back of the battlefield. Both sides had a lot of casualties. Shouting all round defence. Gonna have a look, the officer, see what's going on. He's a bit unsure. Have the Allies got a surprise for them? He's gonna move forward. So the Fallschirmjäger, yes, there's some prisoners. More paratroopers hiding round there, British paratroopers surrendering. Germans moving very carefully through the camp, checking what's going on. Very, very difficult time. The Germans doing an all-round defence because they actually don't know where the next attack's coming from. I don't know where the next attack's coming from, it always makes it interesting. Now an air raid siren. It looks like there's some aircraft in the area. This is the scourge of the German army. The Allies have got complete air supremacy at the moment, and there's some marauding Spitfires or Mustangs in the area, or Hurricanes, and these will be able to strafe. And the Germans, they don't like that. The fuel dump's gone up. They've lost all the fuel, ladies and gentlemen. But it looks like it is a victory for the Germans, but they've lost all their fuel. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look, that was a victory for the Germans. Come back again tomorrow, and you might see a different scenario. We might even have a victory for the Allies tomorrow. Fantastic battle, good stories.